said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. I'm just hoping she don't fail. Cause when she do, I don't know what I'ma do. All that I heard that y'all was talking, it was comical. Pull up in your city for the evening, what you trying to do? Cause I'm open to it. I know that you missing, but you gon' get through it. I can help with it if you need that. Go and bring the beat back. I don't really listen to the feedback, nah. Told me that she good, she don't need Jack, nah. I'm real proud of the steps you took just to get to the I couldn't tell you to you straight, I gotta estimate. I wonder if I ought to go here with the pastor say. Now go ahead, get me out of here. I got passed away. Automatic is a habit, you to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't once. Try and tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me.
Today, from London, England, it's the NFL International Series on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the London Monarchs. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at the Londoners as they get ready here. They're halfway home, looking good, at a perfect 8-0.
And not much to complain about so far, is there? I'd have to say they're the best team in the NFL through the first half of the year.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Bucs, things haven't gone exactly according to plan to this point. But, boy, you and I down there with them before the game, they were fired up.
And they understand how important this game is. Win this one, they can start to think about a turnaround.
And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And I'll bet right now there's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
no,
right?
2 touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won. And that drop will cause a little bit of angst for the play caller because you know they've worked all week game planning and flexing the tight end out and making him a matchup issue for the defense. They had what they wanted, and he drops the ball.
Yeah, just couldn't hang on to the slant. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down.
First down, Tampa Bay.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Taken down.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
A yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And this is picked up by the defense.
Brady's pass.
And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it in the middle of the schedule.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
First and 10.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield. And there they bring pressure from the inside, and they get home.
Yeah, hard to block everyone, isn't it? And on this play, someone did not get blocked. He's the one who got home.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
The 15-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
That certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Here's Hurts to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Jalen Reagor with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. This crew, they were on a roll going into the bye week that they just had, Charles, so sort of picking up where they left off.
And you and I both know that when you come back off of an open week and you've been winning games, you should get a few extra days off in order to recharge and refuel. But coaches often hedge their bets, too. They'll bring them back and work them really hard that first practice back to make sure that they're back and grounded.
Whatever they did, formula looking good so far in this one.
25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession.
Brady's pass complete.
So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
On the play. And a Buccaneer first down.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Shotgun now for Brady. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski. Complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Well, there it is, partner. Brady to Gronk, their first connection of the game.
You think those two often in sync?
I don't think there's any question about it. And look, we know Gronk has a whole lot of fun, but he's deadly serious about his football, as is Tom Brady. Two great competitors, two fantastic players.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
First down, Tampa Bay.
This is Jones. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
First and goal at the 10-yard line.
So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Brady now to throw. He sets up the screen to Jones. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal. On second down, it's Vaughn. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It'll be a gain of 4, but it'll bring us now to a third and goal. From the gun, it's Brady.
There. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Bullock's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? And you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6.
They'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 20.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. Deep ball for Goodwin. Let's check in with our referee. Scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball down.
And got his man complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. And complete to Zach Ertz.
Missed.
Will not go down. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. It's a big play there. 48 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
Jake Elliott.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard complete. So he scooped up by the defense. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
And you're stuck with me in this booth. And he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
23 yards on the play. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Jordan Whitehead there defensively. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Forced out to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Jalen Hurts with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Fielded in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That could be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. To throw again on 2nd down. Brady. Open man is Howard, the tight end. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And caught up. And the defense will get their hands on it. Going the other way. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting. This challenge was initiated by the guys in New York. Taking a look at the play, less than 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, I'm sure the coach wanted to challenge it, so he's probably going to send the New York office a holiday card. Completes this into the hands of Miller. And now Miller hit, and he fumbles. It's going the other way. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. He'll fire deep for Rager. And they're able to get this way down there inside the Tampa 20. It's a gain of 34.
How about the first half he's putting together? Well over 100 yards already with that last catch. And to me, they'd be well served to keep looking his way. A number of big plays already in this one.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll get started out in Denver, and it's the Broncos who are out in front. Melvin Gordon has a touchdown there. From there, we'll head down to the Big Easy. Check on the Saints at home at the Superdome. And they have the lead over the visiting New York Jets. Gus Edwards with a touchdown run. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Raiders. 35-21, the final score. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Jalen Hurts in this offense trotting back out.
And a big reason why they've been so successful, this defense hasn't been able to contain him when he gets outside of the pocket.
So true, and that's when it's really difficult because defensively you can have a game plan and try to account for all the things you've seen on tape, the way that they run their plays, even his running. But when it's a play where you just can't really say, okay, that's how the play's supposed to go, what they call broken plays, that's when their Jimmy is better than your Joe.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Rolling to his right. He's going to take off with it. Runs through the contact. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
That'll toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down. They'll buy some time right. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Jalen Reagor was the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete. I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there are more people there to get him down.
Open man, it's Reagor. He's got it. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Jalen Reagor with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it because you're exactly right. All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah,
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Here's Jones. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Brings up second and 12 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield, here's Brady. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it third down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
Gain of 12. First down, Buccaneers.
Brady gives this one off to Jones. And a short gain down to about the 33.
Fletcher Cox.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Brings up second and 9 at the 33-yard line.
From the gun, Brady. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of 8. And it brings up third down.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. A run with Vaughn out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. He's got his big tight end, Gronkowski. And they'll get this down to the 10. 12 yards there and a first down.
12. First down, Buccaneers.
Jones. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's Brady to throw. And it's caught at the 7-yard line. Now the ball comes loose. And this is picked up by the defense. And he's going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Recovered by the defense.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up.
No gain.
Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
At the 47-yard line.
They go play action with Hurts. This ball complete to Rager. Touchdown! Jalen Rager, his 25th touchdown, tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season as his guys continue to pour it on. Well, where our booth is here, we can see all of the writers to our left, and their post-game stories, Charles, they have been filed for some time because this game, boy, is it lopsided.
Yeah, we can see our guy Scoop. He's even got his fedora tipped over his face. I think he's taking a nap now. Nothing left to write for him, but how gratifying has it been for them to see what they've done in practice and carry it into a game and see the execution be so good. They've got to feel fantastic about what they've accomplished in this one.
Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll look to throw right away. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Derek Barnett able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Another try after the first down sack. Brady now loose football. The ball comes out, and this will be scooped up by the defense. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Insane afternoon to forget, absolutely. He's got the first down inside the 10. And all the way down to the 5. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as he loses the football a second time. And this is going to go the
going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point. But being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Miles Sanders hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points. They seemingly just continue to score at will, and as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win, but one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ballgame.
Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. Brady again here on 2nd and 10. He finds his tight end Howard. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
And the Buccaneer first down.
Operating from the gun. Brady. That's caught by Howard. And it's a foul. And as the defense how'd they do, says the referee. We're going the other way. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
He was brought down.
Levante David in on the tackle. They'll go again with Sanders. Getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the pressure runs in the fourth quarter, and they will work when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
2 yards left on 2nd down from the 9.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And the step will come inside the 5 at the 4. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. They'll run with Sanders, and they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. But for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone can stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. The left side completion to Jones. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2. That catch good for only a couple. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down.
We've been around this league for a while, and Many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nate Gehring. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
And they take a knee.
Today's final score.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving, working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the home team here, the train just keeps rolling 9-0 now to start this campaign. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they will be at home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time. Start your week by installing your game plan.